Hello, Wilmeywood, and welcome to another edition of the Seahawk Scoop. I'm your host, Logan Cobb, and here's what's been trending. Britney Spears is returning to the land of her first marriage. Instead of taking a vow, she's taking the stage for her own Las Vegas show. The pop icon is set to perform 100 shows over the next 2 years. I'm assuming the show will be called It's Britney, Bitch. Have you ever read the What's Trending Now section on yahoo.com? Well, if you haven't, you should, because you might get a chuckle out of some of the top trends. For example, this past week, sexist gorilla, Salian nose, and 14 pandas in a crib were all topics that trended. You're confused, right? Well, sexist gorilla was about a gorilla named Patrick who's undergoing therapy for his sexist behavior. Salian nose was about a guy who grew a nose on his forehead, and 14 pandas in a crib was about these 14 pandas that were all in a crib at the same time. It was really cute. We live in a society today that changes as much as a 12-year-old girl changes her mind. Trends come and go like planes at ILM, and my writing team and I have decided to take on the daunting task of keeping you up to date with what's in and what's out in a segment called In and Out. Twerking is out, finally! Not only is it no longer cool, but it's also illegal. That's right. If you're seen twerking, jiggling, shaking, or dry humping in Quincy, Louisiana, you could face up to 30 days in jail. Feuds are in. We first saw evidence of this between Dwayne Wade and Kevin Durant. The Ballers got into it over a combination of various social medias or social media after Durant said he would rank former teammate James Harden ahead of D. Wade and his 3 championships. Wade responded by tweeting a picture of him and his 3 Larry O'Brien trophies. KD responded, then Udonis Haslem got involved, and it all went South Beach from there. Days later, Lady Gaga and Adam Levine took time off from looking at themselves to get into a Twitter feud of their own. Breaking Bad is out. The amazingly incredible series ended this past Sunday in a very epic way. But that's okay, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin the rest for the rest of the world. Red suits and blazers are in. Why, do you ask? Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Neil Patrick Harris said so, that's why. Maybe using your full name is in too, but... Lastly, the freshmen and Graham Hewlett are out. Well, more like forced out after last week's gas leak caused the freshmen to evacuate their dwelling from 9 to 12 that night, then again the following morning. This story may be hard to laugh at if you're a freshman, but it's even harder to care about if you're not a freshman. This week, a lot of new shows hit the small screen and the big stage, bringing us to a segment called Critics on Campus. This week, I'm reviewing UNCW Theater Department's production of Sordid Lives and the season premiere of SNL. So, Sordid Lives is written by Del Shore, and it's a story broken up into 4 chapters, and it's basically about a family who's kind of brought together by a death in their family. But you really get to see the mess that is, the inner workings of their family. Aside from the plot structure, I think that the story is phenomenal. Very well told. The actors are incredible, and yes, I am biased because I am a theater major, and a lot of my friends were up on stage, but they did wonderful. Directed by Ed Wagenseller, who is, he won a Wilmington Theater Award. He's a great actor. He's taught me a lot, but yeah, it's a great show. Hilarious from start to finish. Running time's a little under 2 hours with an intermission, but it's great. You go, there's something for everybody now. It is, you can't bring children to the show, but there is definitely something for everybody, college age and older. But yeah, it's wonderful, hilarious. The characters are wonderful. They're rednecky, but there's like glimpses of your reality throughout the play. It's great. Kate Wazlowski, Gary Moore, Nick Kimpton, they all, everybody in the show really was great. Very well cast. I really recommend going to see this show. It runs this weekend from Thursday to Saturday at 8 o'clock and then Sunday again at 2 o'clock. So definitely go see it in the Cultural Arts Building. Hilarious. You'll laugh your head off. It's just, I don't know what else to say other than I really enjoyed it. I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. Just great. Well worth the money. Well worth the time going to see it. Absolutely recommend going to see this. What I don't recommend watching is the season premiere of SNL. It was a letdown. I'm going to be honest. Tina Fey was a host, and she was great. She was Tina Fey, but I don't think they utilized her properly. I don't think they put her in the right areas and let her do what she can do. There's 6 new cast members, so hopefully we'll get to see more of them as the season goes on. But really, from the beginning, the opening monologue with Jay Farrow, Obama's not his best impersonation. That was so-so at best. Few good sketches here and there. But the biggest shakeup was at the news desk. Seth Meyers is now co-hosting Weekend Update with that chick that did the thing. She did the girl you don't want to talk to at a party character. So I guess she's not going to do that character now. She's just going to come in and co-host Weekend Update, and it just doesn't work. I mean, she just doesn't deliver with the same capacity that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, women before her have. So yeah, I don't know. I was just let down. I would like to see more of the new cast members. Arcade Fire was weird. I mean, that's their thing, but it was really weird. They did like this weird show after where it was like a 20-minute thing, Arcade Fire, just jamming, and I don't know. I don't do enough acid to like that, or I guess it was just weird. So yeah, I'd only give that 2 out of 5 stars. So I was kind of upset. I hope that SNL kind of picks it up. But yeah, well, with that, we have concluded this week's edition of the Seahawk Scoop. Don't miss a rare opportunity in Lumina Friday. After the 7 o'clock showing of The Conjuring, there will be a Q&A session with the screenwriters. So that's very exciting. Also, please tweet about your roommate to make our show. After your wild story or odd situation, just hashtag #DubRoomie. And while you're on Twitter, follow me at LoganC_TealTV. Again, I'm your host, Logan Cobb, and thanks as always for tuning in.